I'm John Witt. And what if you knew there was a process that could provide you with the confidence and energy to achieve the peace of mind that comes with knowing that your business can support the kind of life you want for you and your family? Would you want to know the process? Would you want your team and your partners to know the process? So what's peace of mind worth to you? Well, my background's in the corporate manufacturing, real estate, and technology industries. For 27 years, I worked to create products and services, solve problems, and manage large teams of employees for multi-million-dollar companies. 7 years ago, I decided I wanted to translate big business success tools and techniques into a career where I helped small to mid-level business owners. I wanted to make a difference in the lives of others, and I wanted to manage myself. I brought my business expertise and know-how to my coaching practice, Business Wit. And over the past 7 years, I've worked with hundreds of clients in a variety of fields such as financial planning, medicine, real estate, IT services, and more. I worked with one of my first clients for 10 months, and in that short time, he saw his revenue grow by 372% because he followed the process. The process works, and I can help you achieve success and peace of mind too. Now, here's the problem I ran into, and the one I see my clients experiencing all the time. Sometimes you just don't know what to do. So you try one thing, and it doesn't work. And then you try another, and it doesn't work. And you keep trying until you figure it out. And sometimes you just get super frustrated. It's like banging your head on the wall, and it can be pretty painful until you figure it out. And uncertainty during that period of time is full of anxiety, because if you don't figure it out, well, that's not very good. You know, you've got hopes and dreams and goals and desires, but sometimes you just don't know where to start. So I'm going to show you the process I developed for finding the right moves for my business. And this process will work for your business too. All right, so we're going to go a little old school with my flip chart here, and I've got a picture of a golf hole because I'm a golfer, and I use golf analogies in my business all the time. And in golf, we kind of understand a bunch of things right away. We understand we've got this green thing here. That's our target. That's where we want to finish. And then we've got the tee box. That's our starting point. That's where we're going to start. And then we got trouble, right? So we got some trees around the side here. We got some sand traps. We got some water. But we can see where that is. It's very clear. It's very easy to see. And in this hole, it's a dog leg left. You would plan out your first shot to go to the corner and then your second shot to come up. So in this golf hole here in golf, the issue would really be all about execution. It would be like, how am I going to do it? What club am I going to use? What's the wind like? What's the distance? All of those kinds of things would come into play. But you would know what you're trying to get accomplished. We just want to hit this shot right here. Now, if we were to look at this from a business perspective, we might say, you know, in business, sometimes there's like trees that go all the way across the hole, right? And we can see that this is the problem, and we can get through the trees occasionally, and sometimes we score well, but sometimes we don't. And what we might think of is like, how do I get a chainsaw and go chop those trees down? Because this is actually a golfer's dream in many, many ways, to be able to chop the trees down that are in the way. But you knew what to do, right? You could get rid of those trees, and obviously the path to your target would be a lot simpler and a lot easier. But the other thing that happens in business is sometimes there's a barrier that goes across the target. And let's imagine there's a barrier that's going across the target, and we don't even see it. We don't even know what it is. All we know is that we're not getting the results. And we try and we try and we try, and we're not getting the results that we want to get. And that's what happens in business, because we don't always understand all of the parts and pieces that are out there. And there's a process for kind of working out what the right moves are. And the process starts like this. It starts with defining your target, right? What is your target? And we use 3 questions to define the target. The first question is, what's your purpose? There's a lot of details to that. It's a simple question. Answer's kind of hard, but you got to work through it. Second question is, what's the definition of success for you, for your business? And the third question is, what's your vision? Now, in this particular case, this hole represents one hole on a golf course, and there's success associated with this hole and success associated with those goals, but it's an 18-hole golf course, and so your vision is to do well over 18 holes. Now, the questions are really easy, right? So it's, what's your purpose? What's the definition of success? And what's your vision? The answer is maybe a little harder. But when you answer these questions, when you answer these 3 questions, you've defined your target. In our next video, we'll talk about the questions we use for identifying your starting point. These are just as important. Understanding your starting point is just as important as understanding your target. Now, if you already know the process, or you never feel uncomfortable or uncertain about your next move, then you really don't need to pay attention to the rest of this video. But if you've ever felt uncomfortable or frustrated with not knowing what your next step should be, then you owe it to yourself to learn this simple 12-step process. We're presenting a Make the Right Moves workshop on what to do when you don't know what to do, on December 7th from 4 to 6 p.m. We've only got 49 seats available, and I've pre-sold about half of these to my existing clients. If you're interested, you're going to want to act quickly. The seats are going to go on sale Monday after Thanksgiving. So if you're interested, you've got to move fast. What I'd like you to do now is just leave a comment below to let me know you were here. Or you could let me know that you'd like more information on the workshop, and I'll keep you posted as to when the seats are on sale. You know where I work with business owners, executives, and sales professionals every day to make the right moves so they can achieve the results, typically the financial results that they want so they can live the life they want to live with their family. And when they make more than they need, they can make a contribution to the less fortunate. When you make the right moves, winning gets a lot easier.